I am writing a memoir and sharing the journey with you so that when it's all done, we can all look back together and learn. And hopefully I can inspire you along the way as other people have inspired me by sharing their stories. Now, an exercise I came across the other day as I was reading about memoir writing craft. This exercise challenged me to take a few minutes and actually write like a whole page about why I'm choosing to write this particular project. I thought, well, I know why, because I kind of have to. I feel driven to. I feel like I must. I feel like I need to. But I realized as I sat there that, we could get more crystallized with this. So I sat down and I wrote that one-page exercise about why I'm writing this project. And I encourage you to do the same thing. It was illuminating. It was helpful for me to pin down why, who I'm speaking to, what I'm hoping to accomplish, what the end product really should look like if it's what I'm aiming for. I thought it was really useful. So I'm going to share with you what I wrote. Hopefully it will be useful and inspirational to you in some way. Okay, why I am writing this. And again, it's referring to the memoir I'm writing that has my trauma story from childhood and my first marriage. I have been blessed to live through some very hard times. I've seen such a huge variety of the difficulties that life can dish out. And yet, I've been able to, with God's grace, build a life that is extremely happy. This is no small accomplishment. You may think I tell my story to expose others or to get attention. This is not true. I tell these stories because they've given me the chance to learn, and they've beckoned to me to develop empathy and patience and perspective, finding meaning in the path, and ultimately finding that each person's journey finding respect for each person's journey who has walked footprints through my life. I've always been a reader. I've read thousands of books at this point, so it should come as no surprise that I would want to eventually contribute to the conversation taking place in books. There is much I cannot speak to or solve when it comes to the human condition, but what I can do is take what I have been given, my experience, my gifts, and do what I can to sculpt a gift to humanity. Something that will help others through their own dark times, something that will teach others and give them a light to hold on to. You see, I don't believe I've been given a gift that I have for my benefit alone. I believe the gifts of the lessons of my life are meant to be shared. For decades, I've prayed an almost daily prayer. God, please help me to help other people. Some days I've found a small way to help someone. Some days I've hardly been able to help myself. And on my worst days, I've neither helped myself or others, and I've even caused potential harm. But now I'm at a place in my life where I'm standing on a mountain peak after climbing through years of rough terrain. And I'm looking back at the road behind me, and it's my greatest desire to leave a note of encouragement for the hikers who may be walking the same path, or at the very least the ones who wish to know what such a path is like and what lessons can be learned if they can trust the process of life and come to understand it. That is why I write. It is ultimately to help others. I haven't been given the gift of being a great surgeon or a wealthy philanthropist, or even of raising a fully functioning family, let's be honest. But I have been given the gift of sitting as a witness, sometimes an almost silent witness, to some of the hardest things a person can endure, and coming out on the other side. This is the gift I have. I have nothing else to give. And in the end, all I can give is who I am. And that is the end of the exercise. Then I came up with one more little bonus paragraph that I will share as well. All along, I've asked why this has been my story, why I've been allowed to see into so many windows of suffering. I now believe it is a privilege to be thus positioned, that it's my obligation to share the gentle wisdom found in my history of chaos. My story is a testament that tragedies open the way for miracles, and I share it to offer to others the same quiet redemption of grace I have found. All right, that's the end of my writing exercise. I hope this inspires you to go do that same writing exercise, to ask yourself, why am I writing this project? Why is this meaningful to me? Or even if you haven't identified a specific project, but you just want to write, to maybe sit down and ask yourself, why do I want to write? And then just see what comes up. Because one thing I have definitely learned through many years of journaling and many years of, let's say, attempts at writing, is that you learn more about who you are when you put pen to paper. You don't always know what you have to say until you start to write, and then you almost reveal yourself to yourself in that process. Oh, I'm so glad you were here with me. Please subscribe if you enjoy this material and come back for more. I post every week to give you updates on my journey. And I would love to see you hop over to my website where you can find some links to my other social media and a way to get on my newsletter. And take care. We will see you next time.